brothers, sisters, children, strangers, sojourners, proselytes alike. How you be today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Proper greeting of the day whenever it is that you actually get around to this. This is a different one for sure. This is about really what I'm going through, my life. And I'm just trying to give you guys some encouragement, just in case whatever you're going through, you can stay strong through the trials and the tribulations. See, right now, I'm so this weekend, I don't know where to start with this stuff. If you've been keeping up with me, I told you guys about the extreme risk protection order they served on me almost a month ago. Um, um, this weekend, somehow they got a felonious warrant to search the house. The warrant is so ass backwards and so it's crazy, man. They come to my job, arrest me at the workplace, charge me with all crimes, perjury. Of all crimes, they charged me with perjury. It's Saturday. I didn't know Seattle had fucking court on Saturdays at their jails. And Tacoma, not like that. You're not going to see no judge on Saturday. However, where I was at, all the guys were there for superior court cases, felony cases. The lady told me, as I was talking to her, she said, this is my first time ever seeing somebody charged with perjury, ever. She's been working for like 25, 30 years in a jail. Ain't never seen that, ever. Side of that, they came here. 2 rifles that my father was having a repair done on, that he left with my roommate. They took those. They took my roommate's rifles. They took an unknowable amount of ammunition. Like I said, they came and booked me in the jail. Let me out. Not even a whole 15 hours after booking me in on a so-called perjury charge. Wrecked my fucking bedroom and shit. Tore my shit up. All for the sake of justice, I guess. I don't know what the fuck to call it. But anyway, you got to stay strong, man. You got to navigate the waters the right way. See, like if I was stupid, right? You see what I mean? I wouldn't have filed no judicial misconducts. I wouldn't have filed no complaints against the police officers. I wouldn't be seeking to get a no contact order, no harassment order against a police officer. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to go and file all that shit. Got to go through a whole lot of legal stuff. Not to get the weapons back, but just to even get through all this bullshit. Now, I know the Seattle Police Department is going to want to fold or capitulate on many different levels, but it's not going to happen. I'm seeking full prosecution of all those who have broken the crime or have abridged the law as a sworn-in officer of. My people, they wanted me to fold, yo. The cop called my cousin, told my cousin, well, he didn't call him. He called through a third party, a lady that took my place at the stand for the time being, to let him know, threaten my cousin to show up when my cousin goes to renew his business license to petition against my cousin. So my cousin told me, yeah, man, you can't work with me, man. So now I gotta look for a job. Got to do all the stuff with the courts. I have court next week on the 25th. Just one of those things. Just one of those things. You can fold like a little wet blanket if you like, but you can't. It's not good. What you have to do when they do stuff like this to you, you have to remind yourself that the slaves went through far worse. When I was locked up in jail, for the little bit of time I was in there. It's a young dude, because he was ready to lose his mind and doing this and doing that. And I said, look, man, I said, bro, I said the ancestors, what they went through in this country, far worse than you could ever imagine. And this is nothing. This is small to the truth, man. Small to the truth. And it's all right that they're persecuting us like this because it can't last forever. It won't last forever. It's impossible. I'm not going to live forever, number one. So you can't persecute me forever. And then number two, the system wherein which they use to persecute people is crumbling steadily as we speak. So we have to remember they want us to get outside of our persons, to get outside of our body, so as to confirm notions that they may have put forth about you before. See, when people ask you, do you want mental health counseling? Do you need mental health counseling? And they repetitiously ask you that, right on, so as to try to demean your mental health and go against the mental integrity, the sovereignty of your mind. All you can do, once again, is stay strong. The young brother, Abraham, I could see something was vexing him, and right before I left, because I was asleep, and I'm pretty sure it was him who woke me up. He said, hey, you're getting out. I wasn't supposed to see a judge till 2:30 on Monday. All right. I wasn't supposed to see a judge till 2:30 on Monday. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, y'all. Okay, I was supposed to be in that motherfucker right now, uncomfortable and pissed the fuck off. I prayed a few times while I was in there. And I'll admit to y'all, I had said to the Most High, I said, yeah, you let him get me on this one, Father. I don't know how else to take it, but, you fucking let him have me. And I accepted it. I accepted that I was locked up, that the shit was over. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm booked for the weekend, even though I didn't do shit. The so-called charge you're trying to hit me with is a bullshit, felonious ass charge. I got people who hit me up every day just to check on me, just to fucking see how I'm doing. So for anybody who hit me up yesterday and anytime today and thought that there was something fucking wrong, or still might think that until they see this shit, you see what I'm saying? And that's crazy. They stole 150 bucks, my phone, all of my identification, countless things on my persons that were on my physical persons. They didn't book me in with none of that shit. They booked me in with just my clothes. They said I didn't have nothing else. Now I gotta try to go to their property room or their evidence room tomorrow and try to get my shit. Once again, though, this is part of staying strong, y'all. Because I don't know if you guys are ever accosted like this. You see what I'm saying? That you guys might be like, well, we don't do what you do to get accosted. So if you're gonna say something like that, how you doing, sister? No, they pulled up on me. You feel me? The angry white man and all of his cronies pulled up on me and did that fuck shit. Took me to jail, booked me in under perjury. I was released. Once again, I ain't never been to a jail in Seattle, and I don't go to jail often anyway. But anyway, booked me in for perjury. Like I said, the lady that was there in the jail tells me that it's her first time ever hearing of a person being charged with perjury ever in her 20+ year career. They served a warrant on my home, an illegal warrant. They served on my home. Fuck. They took 2 rifles that I gifted to my dad. They took both of my roommates' rifles. They took all the ammunition in the home. They took all the receipts in regards to the guns. They totally wrecked the fucking home. They wrecked my shit, wrecked my bedroom. They didn't touch my roommate's bedroom, thank God. Well, they went through there, but they didn't fuck his shit up. And it's only because they knew what they were doing was illegal. You understand? They have effectively awakened the man who's going to go to the world court. I'm fine, bro. Everything is all right. You know, I was angry at first, but the anger has slowly seethed its way out. And as my father said to me after he and I got into a small spout, cooler heads will prevail. And that's just what I have to remember in the entirety of all this process. Like I said, yeah, man, they illegally searched my home. Now I want you guys to understand this. If they had an actual fucking crime they could have charged me with, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. I will be waiting to see a judge. All right. They booked me in at 3 a.m. on Saturday. I was released at what time does it say? I was released at like 8:45 p.m. Anyway, you got to stay strong. And look, I mean, I can't stress it enough, y'all. This is just one form of them fucking with you. It comes in all kinds of forms. You know what I mean? It can come in a form of you have a neighbor who doesn't like the fact that you plant a garden. So they call the city ordinance people on you, and the city ordinance people tell you that you can't plant a garden within the city limits. You can't have these kinds of vegetables, this kind of produce. And so you say, all right, and you abide by the rules, but you're like, I'm not really bothering nobody. This is my yard. This is my home. I pay rent to live here. So there's different ways you can be accosted. It's not just one way. But and I just want to let everybody know that I'm all right, man. Because like I said, I know brothers like Roger Spice and Andre Wickham, who touch bases with me pretty much on a regular. I just want to let those brothers know that I'm alive and well, man, and I'm fine. I'm just a little agitated. Indignation. I don't think I feel a high level of anger right now, any really true anger. I'm just kind of disappointed in the whole system, and I'm just, like the whole fact that, man, that like whatever you want to call white supremacy, even though I just don't believe in that, whatever you want to call racist ass white people, which are real, is able to affect on such a large scope my life. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to find another job because they threatened my cousin. The cop called through a third party, or he had this lady who filled in for me the other night. The cop called my cousin and threatened my cousin and told my cousin that if I come back out to Pioneer Square, that the next time my cousin goes to have his license renewed, he'll show up and petition against it. Now my cousin is supposed to having a backbone or anything like that, and say, I'm gonna call my lawyer and see, and everything you just said, I'm gonna tell him that you said that. You know what I mean? As far as you petitioning whatever on felonious grounds, I've committed no crimes. They have nothing on me. It's totally different if you can say I've done something, but I've done nothing. And I don't know. It's just one of those things where I listen to all these people talk, and it's like they don't really live this shit. They don't really live what the fuck I'm going through. These niggas ain't know. I'm a real turf boy, okay? That shit the niggas in California on and up and out, but anybody who is associated with the West Coast, I'm on real turf boy shit. I don't play no fucking games with nobody. So the fact that I'm going through this, And once again, all my shit is legit. I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. I ain't did nothing to nobody. They're accosting me. They're affecting me because they choose to. Nobody made them do this. You understand? Nobody forced them to do this. You understand? And because they choose to be like that, they choose being the key word. Choose to be fucked up. That's nobody's fault but their own. This whole situation is just beyond me. Whole situation is just beyond. I mean, when I say it's beyond me, totally beyond me. I don't know what to do. A part of me wants to pull all my fucking hair out, just go crazy, cash in my fucking chips and say fuck it. The other part of me is like, get on the internet and talk to your people and make sure that whatever they're going through, they don't do nothing crazy. Cooler heads will prevail. And you have to stay strong through trials and tribulations. You have to not let these things affect you. And I'm sharing my trial and tribulation with you so that way anybody who can be like, I'm having a fucked up week, how much more bad could your week go? In the middle of selling a hot dog, people are throwing handcuffs on you. I've had a long week, y'all. Very long week. You know, you guys know I went to court this week too, right? On the 11th, I went to court. So it's just like, I just don't have time for this shit. You know? I don't have time for it. These guys, they do though. Racist white boys with tiny peckers between their legs and an even smaller ego. Nothing happened at court. Court went lovely. Court went lovely. Court went absolutely lovely. But I'm thinking about filing a judicial misconduct against this judge also. I don't know. It's weird. I ain't never been through this. Is some Twilight Zone shit, y'all. I ain't never been through no shit like this. That's some movie shit. You get booked in and then let go? No, listen. I didn't bail out, y'all. I can't stress it enough. What's up, Jeff? No bail. Right. Listen, and the bail was $0. How do you have no bail? Yeah, on the website it said bail denied, $0. On the website, my boy said it said bail denied, $0. Where the fuck did they do that at? For perjury. I'm telling y'all, man, this is deep. It's deep. And it goes beyond what is accepted or understood. You know, the same gentleman y'all seen Diddy bop across is the same gentleman who's going to help me bring justice to their ass. Because not only did they infringe upon my rights, but they infringed upon his rights too. Sister, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how you got a search warrant to search the house. The search warrant doesn't specify the time that you actually served the warrant. I mean, man, the shit is so fucking crazy. But I'm online right now exposing their ass. Exposing them. And I love it. This is part of staying strong, y'all. This is part of it. being able to say what it is that's going on, I haven't acted a fool with nobody, with no one. And I won't. Not with the people that matter. I'll act a fool with those that don't matter. Because, look, you got to get that shit out your system at some point. You'll go crazy if you don't vent. When I was in anger management, one of the things they taught us in anger management was that you never, ever compromise. Okay? Never. You compromise, and that's what normally leads to anger. I've been forced to compromise. So forcibly, I've been made angry, but not through my own means and devices. No. Once again, for an officer to say that I feel that a person has committed a crime, or there's a reason to believe that they are committing crime, well, that sounds fine and dandy, but one thing, you're a Seattle police officer getting a search warrant for my Tacoma residence. On the search warrant, it says to any peace officer. So why they didn't forward that to the Tacoma Police Department and have the Tacoma Police Department execute the search warrant for them, the guns that they found would not be in the home, no matter what, if that's the grounds for the warrant. But if you don't have any actual legitimate grounds, if you don't have actual legitimate probable cause, any substantiating evidence to support your claim, it doesn't hold up in a court of law. Once again, when I first started this, it said something about the world court. Long time ago, I had a jackass say something like, he just needs one hotshot lawyer, just one. I'm not a hotshot lawyer, nor am I a hotshot. In fact, I'm known for having cold streaks. But there was nothing better than someone cool, calm, and under control of themselves. When you seek to bring down what is systematic oppression, one block at a time, this proceeding that shall take place, once again, part of staying strong, you file charges against everyone that is involved in things like this. You seek the highest form of criminal prosecution for all of them that are involved. You never allow them, you never allow them ever to think or believe that they will or can, some way, shape, and form, abridge you for your rights. They cannot. They will not. They can try if they like, but that's normally not very intelligent. You, my friends, I love y'all. When I say I love y'all, I mean I love y'all. Love y'all to death. You're my people. And I just appreciate the fact that I come here and vent and get it off my chest. Part of staying strong is that. Everybody's got to have somebody. I didn't even know what to talk about, really, during all this. I'm kind of at a loss for words for all of it. You know, through all of it, though, all praises, glory, honor, love, and majesty to the Most High God of Abraham. I feel no type of way about how I feel about that. All glory and honor to the Father. But the fact that I'm going through what I'm going through, though he says they shall persecute you and this, that, and the other, it doesn't make it any better. Doesn't make it any better when, once again, guys who will call something like white supremacy, when for the to be supremacy, they have to be better than you. If they were better than me, they would be around. But they were afraid. And they were so afraid and so deadly afraid that it became a, what's the word I'm looking for? They lost sleep over this. I lost no sleep last night. I slept a long time. Slept many good hours, to be perfectly honest with you. Slept like 8 or 9 hours. But I didn't sleep all day the day before though. But I slept just fine. Wasn't tossing and turning. I made a little room on my bed because they trashed my room. Like I said, I just didn't feel like cleaning all of it up right then and there. Made a little room on my bed and I lay down and I went to sleep. You know, like I said, it's cost me my employment. But I mean, like, what do you do? What do you do as a black man? This is the same position that black men were in back in slavery. Do I beat the master to death for fondling on my wife or for fondling on one of my baby children? Or do I just accept it? Because there were no courts for them. There was nobody to protect them. No one. So it's like the larger part of me is to accept what I'm going through and to do what I can do about it and to not do anything else. Because the ancestors, like I said, there was no protection. Man or woman or child, old or young alike, healthy or sick, there was no protection. You were at the mercy of people who hated you. And right now, to this very day, still at the mercy of people who hate you. What I do? I seen them accosting a black man. Asked that man if he was okay. They told me to mind my fucking business. And not even a month later, here we are. Not even a month later, here we are. Because the white boy felt his extreme risk protection order coming to pieces and coming undone. So what did he do? He won up his own level of fuckery. And then, as opposed to it only being him involved, he incorporated several other police officers. I'm going to read their names to you. Just in case anything happens to me, y'all. Listen, just in case anything happens to me, I want y'all to make sure that there's an inquiry made to the Seattle Police Department, and in particular, Officer Brian Hewitt, badge number 7654. Officer Margolina, which is Margolina, badge number 7693. Officer Irene, which is spelled Yrene, badge number 8564. Officer A. Marshall. A is for the letter of his first name. Badge number 7685. Officer Merritt, badge number 7673. Sergeant Brown, badge number 6194. Officer J. Bourdon, badge number 7523. Officer Godillo, badge number 7651. Anything happened to me, y'all? Make sure y'all make inquiry about it to Seattle PD about those motherfuckers that I just said something about. Don't worry. Once again, this is part of staying strong. You stay calm. As calm as you can stay. We don't let them get to us. We don't let them get to us. Nope. I'm sharing one of my struggles with y'all. I normally keep pretty much all my struggles to myself. I suffer in silence. But this I'll speak on because I love you guys and I trust you with a full level of fidelity. By August of next year, I will be going to Geneva, Switzerland. And I'm going to approach the world courts about the biological constitution, genetic constitution of said Black individuals. I am going to then do something even more intelligent, what no man has ever done. I'm going to make them use their geneticists and all their other peoples who are the so-called brains and prove to me that all Black people are in fact the same. That will be the first cause. Because my cause will be that we are all not the same. So they will first have to prove that we are all the same. Once they figure out that we are all not the same, then they will have to formally apologize to all those people who are Black, who they accosted under the guise of the curse of Cain, which is black skin, or the curse of Ham, which is also black skin. Because they're obviously not Hamites, nor are they Adamites. So, with that said, since that be the case, and we're going to barrel our way down from one genetic structure to the next. And they're going to be forced to admit that all Black people are not the same. Once they are forced to admit that all Black people are not the same, the guises under wearing which the people were mistreated will there be negated, making them full-out crimes, changing everything. What up, Roger Spice? I'm fine, brother. I should have my phone back in a couple days, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to make them admit that we're all not the same. That is the first plan. Once they admit that we're all not the same, then we can go down the line of who the people actually are and what form of restitution they deserve. I am not aboriginal to the American landscape. Therefore, I do not deserve what a man who is aboriginal to this landscape deserves. He is far more deserving than I will ever be in this land, regardless of the fact that our ancestors built the infrastructure wherein which people enjoy themselves now. That's neither here nor there, because the first people to be accosted greatly were the Aboriginals. I have the mind to admit this. So the same mind to admit this would be to admit this about any other form of indigenous people who follow under the banisters of being Black or have been labeled as Black in their lives. Going to smash to pieces anything they have to say about genetics, E1B1A and E1B1B. Because we're going to get pictures of people who are supposedly this, and then people who are supposedly these genetics themselves who don't look. All right, bro, do that. Do that. Do that. The cat is out the bag now. There is no secrets. There are none. So when I asked people a couple months ago to start gathering information and then, whatever they find, bring to me and drop it on me, that's why I asked them. Nobody really followed up on it, but I'm not worried about it because the small group of characters who were all in on this, who already knew about it already, they've given enough juice to the movement. Once again, I will never beg you for your money. I will never ask you for $1, people, ever. I'm going to let my new employer know I cannot work Saturdays. I will not work Saturdays. I'm going to do the best that I can to get my hot dog stand off the ground as soon as possible. I do my very best to do that. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I just don't see the point in holding back at this point, y'all. There's nothing to hold from y'all. There's nothing to withhold from any of you. Stay strong throughout the trials and tribulations. Because it's going to take strength, perseverance, and endurance to see us through. I thought about it. I said, they want me to cash in my chips. So yeah, you take out a few demons, Meech, possibly get killed yourself or surrender later. But then they effectively took you out of the fight. And then they won. So why would you do that? You haven't broken any laws yet. Why would you allow them to vex you to the point to where now you're willing to break the law? Yeah, you can lose weight just by yes, you can lose weight. Yes, man. Yeah, these guys are something else. But they're real life demons though. You know what I mean? Real life soulless vessels. That's why staying strong. I really hope you guys are encouraged by this. You know what I mean? I really hope you guys are encouraged by this. I hope you guys are ready and willing. You know, um, I, this is a kick in the ass. I love your reasoning, Roger Spice. That yeah, he might be giving him. He might be giving him the inside game. But he's got one he's got one super demon. His name is Officer Brian Hewitt. As I said earlier, badge number 7654. And that super demon is not playing. That is true. That is very true. I appreciate y'all, man. I might even change the name of this video when it's all said and done. Man, much love for that, bro. And I feel the same thing for you, man. I hate when when you tell me that people don't want to pay for a picture, or the other cats, all the other knuckleheads that you deal with want to be, man. But the people, but I love y'all. But I love y'all. So, and trust me, I hate them too. Don't worry. They are hated. Jeff, am I good for a hot dog, man?
Yeah.
Please. We'll split some chips with the hot dog and shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm broke. I'm broke character in the middle of a video talking about a hot dog. I ain't shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, I love y'all, man. But this is a blessing. This is like I watched this movie. You guys got to look this stuff up. It's called Death Stalker, okay? And there's a part in like the second one where this wizard and like his little minion guy are talking, right? And it's through like one guy's talking through like a pond of water, and the other guy's talking through like his little vat of like magic potion stuff in the castle, right? And and it just reminded me of like a FaceTime, right? Like somebody FaceTiming, right? And then like all of a sudden the wizard like takes his sword and like stabs through the pot, and it rifts the dimension and it stabs the guy, right? I'm like, holy shit. But it gave me the mind to know that thousands of years ago, they knew what they were doing. Okay. Have they got to the point to where you can slap somebody through a FaceTime? No. But if they ever could, they would do that. The reason why I bring it up is because the wickedness that these people are coming with is unworldly and it's unnormal. And it's made for us to believe that it's normal. Professor Black Truth. Professor Truth. As much as I can't stand that dude sometimes for some of the things that he says, it's not just that like, oh, it's salacious or whatever. Like, no, for a guy who's supposed to be so smart, calling all black people Africans is kind of demeaning. But however, he said something the other day that made so much sense. And it was something along the lines of the white supremacists are, what's the word? It's like they operate based on what you give them more than what they have, because they don't have anything. They don't have anything. They have nothing. See what I'm saying? But once again, I don't believe in white supremacy because it's all just one. It's just a bunch of angry white people who are the so-called majority who grew up in families who had the money. So the more their children squander off the wealth, the more they overdose on opiates and things like that of the nature, the more you don't have to worry about them. But Professor Black, he always speaks on people not being willing to stand up for themselves to the police. And he's so right. He's like, the level of oppression is at an all-time high. And he's right. And sometimes I think that he listened to Baptize the Scribe when it was still Baptize the Scribe, because he says things that allude to free-range slavery. And the only man I ever heard really use the free-range slavery narrative continuously, repetitiously, is Mr. Scribe himself. However, the police have made their bed in this situation. They chose what they chose because they said that it was more important to disarm a black man, more important to violate his rights, in hopes, are you hearing me? In hopes that he would get so angry that he would break the law, and that we could then process him with the crime, charge him with it, and make him a felon. See, all they've done is make it to where these police who are involved in the situation are all going to have to, at some point, they're going to say, you know what? Officer Hewitt, you're not that cool, bro. And you know what? Neither is this nigger hot dog guy. I'm not going down for him. I'm not going down for you. I got a family to feed. I got mouths to feed. I got bills to pay. And no. So for me, I could be pissy and get retarded, but really doing this broadcast, getting to be with my people again, knowing that I'm still alive, knowing that the Most High is still the Most High, it changes nothing. The Most High is still the Most High. The God of everything is still the God of everything. It changes no thing. Now, I didn't tell y'all this. This is going to make y'all excited. There's a Hebrew by the name of Crew, right? Now, he was recording the entire incident, I want to say on either, I want to say Facebook Live, right? I'm gonna get in contact with my boy Crew sometime this week, in the next 7 days. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Crew's gonna send me that video. The police officers are gonna have told me that they didn't confiscate any monetary gains from me, that they took no money from me at all. I'm going to get a public disclosure notice, not only for the camera video of the body cams for all officers involved in the incident where I was arrested, right on, but I'm also going to then there in which, if they deny that there was any monetary gains taken, I'm going to then there charge them with theft. They will feel it in the end. They will feel it. I want y'all to understand, I'm going to the World Court for Black people. I'm going. I got nothing to lose. Nothing. I literally have nothing to lose. Nothing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. And when they lambaste me up out of that place and try to embarrass me and try to make me look like I'm some kind of crazy guy talking about some shit that don't even matter, right? I just want y'all to remember, I already said I was going to do this. And just like I'm going through this with them, I could go through much crazier stuff at the World Court. I'm going. They're not stopping me. I'm showing up in person, in the flesh. Next couple months, I'm going to work on getting my passport and all that stuff. Don't worry about it, y'all. Oh, no, yeah, bro, that's the plan, to make them hurt. I don't want no money. Here's the thing. I'm not sure if I've made this clear yet. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. I don't want any money. I just want them to be charged with crimes and tried in the court of law. Even if they plea out, even if all the charges are mitigated, even if they're exonerated of all the charge. You want to go, sister? Here we go. Here we go. I'll let you know when I'm doing everything, big sister. I promise. I'll let you know. Once again, I know I'm small fry, but I'm active small fry. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know, I don't want no money from these people, though. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing from them. I don't want. I want them to feel the weight of the judicial system that they put other people through. I want them to feel the dehumanizing effort of sitting in a courtroom for hours, watching other people piss off a judge, and now you got to get in front of this pissy ass judge. You're so funny. I'm gonna be as calm as I ever been. I understand. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. But I'm just saying, you're so you're funny. You want to see me speak in Switzerland? I'm gonna be talking the same way I talk, only way cut down on them, like all the cussing, and like pretty much just keeping to the facts. And there's so many Middle Earth stories. This is where the world court thing is going to get interesting, because all these Middle Earth stories from black skinned people, right, where they're saying that they're from Middle Earth, and it's just going to be like where you're a funny man. In this, yeah, in a 5'7" or 5'8" frame. You're absolutely right, Roger Spice. The frequencies are at an all-time high. I will give you that much. The frequencies are at an all-time high. I am juicing. If this was a sport, I might be cheating. Because for sure, I feel like I'm juiced. I felt powerful when I was in jail. If that sounds weird, I felt powerful. I felt good to be able to share with other people who might not know about something as judicial misconduct, for the lawyer and for the judges, who might not know about their rights being infringed upon. Why it's important to show up to court and go to court, because it's important. When we stay strong, we keep our minds strong, we do a lot better for ourselves. See, there was a guy who came in here a couple weeks ago. He called himself a heart surgeon. He said his name was Christian Gray. Now, once again, I'm not going to throw the big dog under the bus, who I know who it is, but I'll say this right here about the gentleman. How insane do I look now? What up, Andre? What up? How crazy do I look now, though? You know what I'm saying? To Mr. Gray, saying that crazy. How insane do I sound now? You know what I'm saying? To want my people to not get persecuted? Is it still insane to want to go somewhere where they can actually effectively do something? See, that's the problem. We've been told how to think our whole lives. And now that we have the ability to think for ourselves, some people don't want to think for themselves. If you've been hitting me up, Andre, I got arrested early Saturday morning. I don't have my phone or nothing. So, yeah, that's a showstopper. I appreciate y'all, man. This has been a long week. It feels like a movie, really. Yes, bro. They arrested me for perjury. For perjury, baby. That's right. 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 But perjury is where you lie. They pretty much say that you effectively lied in court. And now they're going around like Riders Bicep trying to purge everybody, man, in the inner city limits. But you know what though? If black people actually listen to me, they would have a real role model to look to. They don't, you know what I mean? I'm talking about young dudes, young girls. But they listen to all these other knuckleheads. They didn't need to swap my house. I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna show y'all the two erroneous fake ass warrants right now. Hold on. Number one, number two. I just want y'all to see it just a little bit. See? I'm just saying, man. But it's dudes like him. It's dudes like him, bro, who they refuse to do what they're supposed to do. Craziest stuff I've been through in a long time, man. You know, I don't bother nobody. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I did take a biblical approach to all of this. When I first got snatched up, I didn't think of anything to say. I wish he would do the same, Ryder Spice. But the times of the Gentiles are almost done, brother. They're almost done cloning one of their Nephilim giant so-called demigods right now. Don't worry. They're almost done, brother. Once they get done with that, CERN will have no choice but to rift a hole, to open up Middle Earth, to allow the armies that are in Middle Earth to come from to combat this crazy fuck. It's gonna be something stupid like that. Don't worry, they're right around the corner from it. I almost said right around the camel. They're right around the corner. They're this close. Don't ask me how I know what they're trying to do. I'm sure. Gonna rip the big hole, and they're gonna crawl out. Only after they realize that the force that they've conjured into a physical presence is not what they thought it was. See, The Most High said what? No man hath power over the spirit to what? Control it. Right on? Retain it. Can you dig it? But no man hath power over spirit to retain the spirit, to control the spirit, depending on which little translation you read. Meaning this: when they attempt to place spiritual constitution, soul constitution, into a vessel that has no soul, they will have eventually broken the laws. It's one thing to bring you back from the dead. It's one thing to even trap your soul. It's another thing to seek to imbue your soul into another vessel. This is why we always watch the movies and the TV shows where they try to do that. Those aren't successful. Those aren't successful. Why do you think there's always something that happens that makes it to where it doesn't happen like that? Always. Because that's the law that they're trying to break. Not no fucking law of physics or astro anything. There was a law of getting off the planet, which is the law of physics, my friend. Moses covered that when he was giving word to the people. He said, if cats get out to the heavens, can you dig it? He covered that ground for people first. How do you think other prophets knew to talk about the heavens if people escaped to the heavens? Man, look. Right now, they're trying to bring back Emotep, Ra, Ramses. They're trying to bring back one of those motherfuckers, somebody like that. They're trying their hardest right now. They're doing the best they can do at it right now. They haven't figured out a way to maintain electricity throughout the vessel, so that way it maintains function. Once they do that, then they will seek to imbue a very powerful vessel with no mind, with the same spirit or soul it used to have, from probably some kind of soul gem they have. Believe it. Believe it. Why do you think they're so interested in fucking DNA? Because they need the right genetics from the right people to rebuild the physical constitution of this thing. Man. The same demons that they're talking to in Middle Earth that they congeal with are the same ones giving them the plans. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. But look, let me get back to the whole point of all this. You gotta stay strong. Can't let the world get you down. It's gonna get you down. I guarantee it. You can't let it keep you down. You can't let it beat you down. There's a lesson to be learned from my struggle. You know what that lesson is? Only do what you can do. Don't do anything else. Because all else will cause for you to be put in a position that you don't need to be in. Now, who would have known that the Seattle police hated me so much? I wouldn't. Had no idea. Had no idea. But they hate me. But they hate me to the fullest level of all their hate. All I can do is accept that. That's true. So, I could be a sucker. Act stupid. Once again. But what would you guys do if you never heard from me again? Obviously, you keep living your lives, but you will be like, damn, what happened to Brother Demetrius? Did he die? Did he this? Did he that? And God forbid a nigga were to make the news, right? Because then you would be like, damn, why did bro just not? I'm not living for myself, y'all. I'm not. I appreciate y'all so much that I will actually felt that I did something wrong if I didn't do my little Sunday post. Too bad Seattle PD don't feel that way, Roger Spice. They think I'm a bitch, nigga. To them, I don't know my place. To them, I'm just you are my brother. Y'all my brothers and my sisters, man. And my people. I appreciate I mean y'all don't know. I appreciate y'all so much. Maybe you do know. Damn it. Maybe you do. But when I say I appreciate y'all, man, I really do. And this is right here, this is the biggest part. Is just getting with people that bring you aid and comfort, man. You know, it's all right. It's gonna be all right. This is just one of those things I get to add to the list of things that I've been through, that I survived. I remember when I seen Lloyd the other day, Lloyd Ski and Mr. Aaron. Y'all just don't know, man. I was super happy to see him. And before I left, man, they both gave me a hug. You know what I mean? But my cousin talking like, oh man, when you get this court stuff done, we're all good to go. But it's just like I felt like he really failed me, man. Like he could have filed this complaint against this police officer, and that would have been the icing on the cake. But now it's like, I think I'm done working in Seattle. I think I'll work my last night on Friday night, Saturday morning. I'm trying to get a job before Friday, before this next baseball game. I don't want to work the baseball games anymore. I don't want to do none of that. I'm cool. If they can dictate where I can work, bro, then it's cool. I don't want to be out there because I don't want my cousin's business in any kind of danger, because of my presence. Yeah, man. This affects everything. Now I have to try to do my best to get the hot dog stand cracking and jumped off ASAP. Yeah, man. It's hurt, but all I can do is look forward to the stuff that's in the future. You know, I don't know. I don't know what slaves did to make it better or to get by it all. You know, slaves didn't pay rent, pay bills. They just worked every day, busted their ass. I guess. Guess there's a trade off for all that. I'm just trying to make it out of this year, y'all, in one piece, get to next year, and get to Switzerland. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't even care if I see my son ever again. I just don't. I don't care. It don't matter to me. None of that shit matters. I just want to do what's important before somebody tries to kill me or something like that. It has been. I mean, when I say it's been an honor, it has been an honor to have just shared words with you in these moments. It has been. I mean, I couldn't salute you guys enough. Couldn't salute you enough. Couldn't appreciate it enough. Couldn't say thank you enough. It has been an honor. You stay strong by remembering what it is that strength is made out of. See, strength isn't always hard. Sometimes strength is soft. Bro, and I love you too, brother. Sometimes strength is easygoing. Sometimes strength is serenity. But strength overall, real strength is peace and not war. The Most High God would not wish peace upon his people if he didn't want peace for his people. He wouldn't want longevity for his people if he didn't want them to have longevity. So even when people read things, when King David says that my God made me a man of war, it is an essence to the environment that King David was born into. Because my God has made me a man of war, because this is the environment that I was born into. I am one. But I would love peace. And just like and Roger Spice and brother, you know I love you too, bro. Come on. Come on. That's just what it is, man. It shit. That's why I don't leave the house like that in the first place, really. Because I never know what to expect. But then made my cousin pretty much sever ties with me, man. That hurt my feelings, y'all. You know. I know, big sister. You know I love you. That hurt my feelings though. And I'm not gonna say what I said out loud, but that hurt my feelings a lot. Y'all just don't even know, man. When I say I've rode for my cousin in this hot dog stand these last 4 years, four and some change years, and put all that energy into that, for my cousin to tell me that he was pretty much afraid to file a complaint, man, that broke my heart. I'll die for my people. That's the difference between somebody who like says shit, like obviously, like when like what they'll do is like, this is my limit, and then somebody who actually cares about you. Because it don't mean nothing to me. Magnificent Seven. There's a scene in the movie where Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays the Mountain Man, and he says something like, it would be an honor to die for this cause because people have died for much less, or something to that effect. It'd be an honor to stand up for somebody else, pretty much. Because he was saying that people have died for Way less than standing up for a village. What? You mean I could die for standing up for a village of people? So what? So fucking kill me then. So fucking kill me then. If it means that this village is gonna make it in the end. If not, still I want these people to see that there was somebody who was willing to get out there for them. And it wasn't just talking no fucking shit out their mouth. I got court papers that prove it. I'm not white supremacy this, white supremacy that, blase blase this, blase blase that. No, Demetrius talks about real life to the turf. I ain't talking about none of that shit that I can't actually affect and can't put my finger. I can put a finger on what I go through and what I've seen and experienced. And if people who have seen and experienced things are willing to overlook or abridge all that is common and decent, then that is on them. Excuse me. The big guy, that's right. Whew. I know two things about living. Two things. Sometimes it feels real good. Sometimes it feels real bad. There's a lot of subcategories under the bow. And you can change the two things. You can put different names on them. But that is about the gist of most things for all of us. Because most people can't really tell that when it was going good, that was actually really good. Because a lot of things could have went wrong that could have made that not so enjoyable. But because they don't have that mind, they don't think like that. They don't see it like that. There's a way we have to be when we stand up for ourselves. You don't capitulate. You don't acquiesce. You don't give in to people who would have you to surrender and waive so-called rights that you have earned as an individual who's upheld the law to whatever standing. A man who does not have those rights he's not speaking on that level or that premise. They want to villainize everyone, make everyone a bad guy, make us all demons and devils. I ain't did nothing to him. I ain't did nothing to him. Not a damn thing. But here I am. Here I am. When it's real bad, like the weirdest thing, when I was being arrested, something came over me and was like, don't worry, what they're doing is illegal. And I spoke that out my mouth one time. I didn't say anything else. And I was a little agitated. But even when I was being booked in, they were ever cautious. Because I didn't see them do this to anybody else, but asked me, if I uncuff you, are you going to put your hand on the counter? So as to speak, as if I have one hand uncuffed, you know what I'm capable of or something like that. And I remember him uncuffing me and me putting my hand right on the counter. He was like, thank you. Like as if he was relieved. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, is this motherfucker serious right now? You know what I mean? Is he serious? Oh, you think I'm going to not comply and there's like 10 of y'all and one of me? Even if I smashed on all 10 of you, dude, now I have criminal charges. Doesn't matter. And there's no way that they couldn't find something that would stick, even if they found all the findings to be erroneous. Right. Right. So this is why you pick your battles. Picking your battles is staying strong through trials and tribulations. They spit in my face, they poke my eye, and they've hit me with the big stick. But you know what? Here I am. Here I am. I've seen guys who have been what is called PR, which is a release on your personal recognizance, which is pretty much a fancy word of the court saying that if we ask for you to come back, you will come back because you have the mind to do so. However, for Demetrius Antoine Jones, as I told you earlier, there was no bail. Nay. Nor was there a PR given to me. Here you go, Jack. Nor was I told of any formal crimes that I had actually committed. See, perjury is a loose law. That's a lax law. To prove that someone committed perjury is like you're asking for a lot. See what I'm saying? Not only are you asking for a lot, but you're trying to get somebody to pretty much say, because to perjure yourself in the court of law would be like they say, sir, to the fullest of your knowledge, everything you said is true and standing and correct, and you say, yeah, right. And then you go back later, right, and you say something else. That's perjury. That's a lie, right on? Now, now a criminal will commit perjury on purpose. Okay? How they'll do it is like this. A dude who's a criminal will say, hey, look, I'm so-and-so blase blase. This is the crime that I supposedly committed. What I would like to do is have this crime abridged on this wave, this level, this length. Now, a lot of y'all are like, what are you saying? I'm saying this, that for me to have gotten let out of jail, no real kind of paperwork. No paperwork saying that I need to be at court on this day. When I looked up, you ask my roommate, he could come over here and shake his head to this. I looked up all court cases and correspondence to the case number that I still have, right? If they had anything on me, you know what I'm saying, just by looking for your name, I looked for my name in the civil ways and the criminal ways, found nothing, right? What's interesting is that when you find nothing, you're forced to ask yourself one question. Is, if this is not a criminal matter, why are you guys swelling up on me like I'm a criminal for a criminal matter? Right. And then once again, how did I get out of jail? Why'd you just let me go? They didn't even write up how I got released. Some straight up illegal shit, y'all. Check my room, though. I'm trying to understand. How do y'all get away with all that? Now, how do we say this is all right for this one dude to do? Fuck it, the whole group of them. And once again, I have to seek criminal prosecution against everyone, against all of them. No prosecutor is going to want to prosecute against police officers. There's no way. But the crime that they committed is in Tacoma. So it would be a Tacoma prosecutor persecuting against Seattle police officers. That's right. Y'all, I need you guys to get it and understand what's happening. Their their tactics are they are becoming more emboldened by the moment because they feel uh, in danger. You understand? They feel like they have no chance or choice. When you feel like that, it's a dangerous feeling. Jeff, here. So yeah, I just love it. Cause here I am. Here y'all are. Here we are. People might not see it like this. They might not see this as a staying strong through trials and tribulations, but I most definitely feel like this is what that is. It has been an honor, blessing. It has been everything. When I say I duly appreciate you as my people and I love y'all, man, I thank the Most High every day for every moment that we've ever gotten because this has been it has been a lovely thing. Maybe maybe things get better, maybe they don't. You know, maybe things get better, maybe they don't. I don't know what to think anymore. Surely I don't. If I did, I would would tell you what I thought, but I just don't know what to think. It's hard to think anything when people are fervently against you and the system that it is that these guys are trying to tell you that, oh, we need to vote for policy and we need to do this and do that. And it's like, under what premise? Under what guise? You know what I'm saying? Why do we need to do something like that when it's clearly not in our it's not in our favor to do so? You get me? It's not what has being a law abiding citizen done for Demetrius Antoine Jones? Nothing. Provided nothing. Go out there and vote if you want to. Go out there and pick a sign if you want to. Go out there and do all that shit if you want to. They will violate you. They will violate you. And because this is their process and their courts and their proceedings, you have to get things that you paid for back, things that you worked for back. Um, you have to pretty much you need their okay now. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no felon, there ain't no violent criminal, not none of that, bro. But you have to treat me like I am. And once again, bro, they don't go out of their way to accost the drug dealers, known drug dealers. All right, they don't go out their way to fuck with them, to arrest them, to harass them, to make sure that they can get search warrants on their houses because they believe that crimes are being committed. Right on. They don't just stop them and say, "Hey, let me search your persons." So the fact that I'm going through what I'm going through as a black man who was legally armed versus the fact that these are black people who they know are more than likely illegally armed and are carrying narcotics. Do they stop them? No, somehow they justify these men needing to pay bills by poisoning their own communities. Yet, if these same men came into their white communities and sold those same narcotics, they would call them scum and all kinds of things, regardless of the color that they are. So I just always find it awkward that a drug like, let's say, cocaine, which a lot of people who have money do because it's recreational. It's a I'm not sure if you understand this about cocaine is known as a recreational drug. Okay, I've never done it. I've known a bunch of people who have. Cocaine is a recreational drug, where crack cocaine is not. It's a hard drug for some odd reason. So I don't get it. I just don't get it. Once again, they will come down on me, but they won't come down on the other guy. And these other guys are selling the hard shit, not the recreational shit. And they don't want to land base them and blast them. They don't want to say, you know what? Let me see if I can pull up any old fucking thing on them. No, they fucking hook me. It's the classical form of catch and release. Classical form of catch and release. It's classical. This is the shit they used to do back in the day. This is some classical fucking catch and release bullshit. But because I actually know a little bit about the law, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let that nigga go. I can't believe it, y'all. I mean, I literally cannot believe it. Can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. This shit is crazy. Just can't believe it. I'm having a hard time right now, y'all. I just have no idea. I follow laws. I follow rules. So it's different for me than somebody else who don't follow the rules. I carry my own weight. I hold my own water. However y'all want to say. Uh, yeah, man. This shit is crazy. And it don't affect nobody but me. You know, my roommate's affected for right now, but he'll have his firearms back as soon as tomorrow if he chooses to go get his firearms. My dad, those two rifles, they might try to pull some funny bunny, grease monkey bullshit, you know. Anyway, they found reasons to fuck my life up and be the way that they are. So I ain't worried about it. Try to fuck up my life, I should say. I'll tell y'all, man. I mean, if you don't keep your cool, you're gonna be in a bad position with these people. So, you'll be in a bad position. I don't know. I've always tried to get people to understand that it's not what you want; it's what has to happen. You know, it's not ever what I wanted. It's just this has to happen. So it's like I don't know. I don't know how many people go through this kind of stuff. You know, like Couldn't tell you how many black people that I don't know who go through this kind of stuff. But I just don't know who else is being personally pulled aside. Like, yeah, nigga, we got you. And it's like, oh, really? You know what I mean? Like, but what do you do, man? What do you do? You can act stupid if you want, but all you do is make it harder on the people. You don't you don't actually make it better for them. Impossible. Yeah, man. I'm so sad because I didn't just didn't think about it, you know, enough, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should have been more passive. Should have never stood up for that brother, never said a fucking word for him. But the cops accosted him. Fuck it. I don't know. I guess that's what I should have done. I wouldn't be going through this now, would I? Homeless black man. Fucking sticking up for him. That's what I get. Once again, though, the same guys that they allow to call other black people coons, this shit, that shit, and the other, because they're not nothing like me. They don't put themselves in the middle of potentially dangerous situations, so that way their people can make it out alive. They don't care about nobody but themselves. But it's all right. But it's all right. Worn out. I pray that y'all really do take something from this. You know, because once again, if your sovereignty is not under attack, you're always gonna be all right. But for a person who is, hello. But for a person who is going through situations, you know, it's like yeah. What do you want? What's the question? Do it over. Yeah, sure. So I can take that. So we have police officers who will accost your ass. Okay, fine. And you're on that level. If your sovereignty is being attacked, you're on that level. Right. But if your freedom, your integrity as a person, not being challenged, you're not going through that bad of a time because whatever they're saying about you, okay, yeah, you can come back from. I know that's right. But this kind of shit right here, damaging. Yeah, I guess I can figure out that. How do I just figure out that? Damaging. But yeah, right. Just man, just ripping my so-called fucking reputation to pieces. Because courts are known to side with police officers. How that's not bias, I don't understand. How that is not how that doesn't go against a judge's job to be fully impartial. I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense. Right on. Impartiality, so that way, if they're lying and they're wrong, they can be held accountable. It's not so, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You want me to do that against the cop? That's not impartiality. Right on? Impartiality is no matter who commits theft, police officer, whoever, they're charged with the same crime. They're sought after so once again, if the state seeks the fullest prosecution, for any criminal offense, they should seek that against everybody, not just against certain people. The state shouldn't be open to any form of recommendations as to the forms of sentencing from defense. These are just small things. So, once again, when you have your sovereignty under attack, whereas this shit has affected my ability to make money and everything. It's not just one thing. It's like my whole shit is fucked up right now. The only thing that didn't fuck up is where I'm living. I'm gonna close on this. You got two choices. Either the powers that be will crush you, or they won't. Either the powers that be will realize that you are who you are, or they won't. I'd rather be who I am. And if that other one has to happen in the process, that's fine. Whatever they think is crushing me. They must remember that my people didn't have rights to ever have guns before. My people didn't have any rights before. Nor were we humans, nor did we have souls before. So coming from a man who, in their mind, really ain't a human and really don't have a soul, really don't have no rights, I didn't have none in the first place to lose. They were all imaginary and make believe. And this was just a way of getting my mind right from the make believe planet that I'm on. Stay strong, stay humble, stay ready, and most of all, give all honor, praises, glory, and homage to the Most High God of Abraham. That's all I could do when I was locked up. Still thank the Most High God of everything. For He is wonderful. He is kind. He is gracious. Much better to me than I've ever been to myself. I'll probably do something else tomorrow. I'm going to really attempt to get a whole lot of stuff done this week. A lot of stuff. Tired. Just don't have the energy at this point. Really don't. It's all the energy. Worn out, y'all. It done sucked me dry for a whole lot of stuff. So the energy I have, I have to retain it, keep it for things that are important. You know. However, my people, lovely, beautiful people, people who pay homage and are fearful of the Most High, I salute you. I say to you, stay strong through your trials and tribulations. I say to you, all praises to the Most High God, and may He continue to protect us and to bring us together that we may congeal as we have and as we do. So that way there will be ever more an honor as it always is. I thank you, and I'm out.